think
It's
it's
Portal.
Oh, it's Portal.
It's Portal.
It's Portal. They
It's
took
Portal.
the faster strat. I'm just going to my happy place. Okay, that's a nice shot. Gosh, dude, I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I'm not
You want to do this thing?
I mean, we got to. I can't delay it anymore. Fuck. Palm Tree Games and I want to start this new series, I guess, of speedrunning a different game every week, and we're going to decide the game through this little marble thingy. This is totally the first time we're doing this. We made no mistakes before this. So now we're going to roll these marbles for the first time, and whatever happens, whatever game marble wins, game speedrun. Okay, start race.
Okay.
That was good. Keep that in.
One note is if it's not a game that is like we can speed run, it's a competitive game and we'll compete in it. Okay, over on this side we have Human Aptitude Test still in the lead, and on this side it looks like Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh god, I hate my life. I think
It's
it's
Portal.
Portal.
It's Portal.
It's Portal. They
It's
took
Portal.
the faster strat. Okay.
Oh, did
Okay.
we do good? Good split?
No! I think I fucked it. Oh fuck. Yep, I fucked it up.
I
Feel free to pass out. An intubation is
No! No! Save me! Save me! No! I also died. I have to fling myself again, don't I? Fuck my ass. Fuck.
Yes.
Where the fuck am I going?
I'm remembering this one.
No!
What was that code?
Mario! Mario, where the fuck am I, Mario? No! Oh. Where is it? Oh. I hate this! Fuck this level! Stop respawning me here!
You're on 18, right? Yeah.
Where in the fuck? How in the fuck did that happen? Yeah, oh, doing great! Oh yeah, that makes sense! I'm not going the right way? I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of going the right way. I've been here a few times before. I'm getting some major deja vu, you know what I'm saying?
Cut. 33-46.
Really thought I had it at the end there, you know? Making great time, world record pace. 41:06.
That's the in-game time?
Shut up!
I win day 0.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. So the day 1 runs definitely went better than the day 0 run. I mean, the only place to go was up. I mean, the day 0 run was terrible. But by not getting put in timeout in chamber 1, doing 11 correctly at least, albeit on the second cycle, actually bringing the cube with me in 13, getting the tricks in 15 on my first try, well, except for here where I died somehow. I'm not exactly sure how I died here, but that ball just came out of nowhere. Only dying once on 16, which I guess is an accomplishment. Completing 17 3.5 minutes faster than in day 0, even though I died once. Did the 18 skip on my third try, even though this is what happened on my first try. That was some bullshit.
What?
storage cube destroyed. Please proceed to the Aperture Science Vital Apparatus.
Got to the fire pit of 19 on my first try, as you can see in the footage right now. And with some overall less sloppy gameplay on Escape, I made it to GLaDOS. With 1, 2, 3, and 4 eyeball thingies thrown into the incinerator, the time was improved to 30 minutes and 12 seconds, although it definitely could have been a sub 30.
Okay.
Sarcasm, Cole.
18's a choke point for sure.
Fuck. No.
Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
No!
You, on the other hand, are going to find its
Well,
deadliness.
I died on
No! Over the rest of day 1, I had some runs be ahead on the back half, but I continued my tendencies of being bad at the game, like it's just kind of my brand. For instance, Chamber 15 killed this run. And fucked it up again. Wow, how many times can he do it? He's so talented at fucking this up. Finally, my goodness.
I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem that hard. I just did it.
And fucked it up again. Alright. My next attempt was one that was almost certainly going to be sub 30, but then my keyboard key got stuck during the GLaDOS fight, and it made me barely miss a PB.
That's exactly what it says.
I can't move!
Very official. It also
fuck?
says you were adopted.
Finally, after 2 more runs, I was able to get a 28:43 on a run with a lot of gold splits, so this was my PB going into day 2. I didn't have too much time on day 2, so I used the time that I did have to develop some strategies and get more consistent with them. First, I learned this strategy on Chamber 8 where you can peek onto that little square and use it to jump right to the end. I legit spent a rage-inducing hour on this chamber, a waste of my time and my therapist's time. On Chamber 5, I learned how to throw the cubes onto the buttons so that I could complete the chamber without leaving those top platforms, and that definitely saved a few seconds on my runs. Kobe. The last thing I did on day 2 was learn a lot about Chamber 19 through the end of the game. I started off 19 as I have been doing, portal peeking in order to get past the 4000 Kelvin totally safe fire pit. After navigating the next set of rooms, I used a series of flings to get into the cube pipe. This is something that I would heavily improve upon later, but this is the strategy I was using for right now. The rest of 19 is pretty self-explanatory. Use the pistons that push you upwards to get on top of that initial platform so you can move on to escape 0. Instead of pretty much just winging escape, I actually decided to do the intelligent thing and have a set plan to stick to. Going into the first room of escape 0, I turn around and shoot a portal on that side, and I can then shoot a portal straight ahead to get quickly to the other side. In the next room, by crouching and carefully shooting a portal at the right angle, you can get to the next section of the room, skipping the need to deal with those pistons that crush you. After doing a few more portally things, you can get to the room with all the pistons. As you enter from the back, you can shoot a portal at the highest possible point on the wall you're facing, and this is easy because the pistons don't actually have hitboxes in this room for some reason, and with a carefully placed portal, you can get into the final room of escape 0. Although I eventually learned some major time save for Escape 1, for now I didn't have anything other than basic strategies, so I'll just mention the one new thing I learned about Escape 2 on day 2. When walking into the muddy room with all the turrets, I would look for the side that had the black box the turrets were in, and I would shoot a portal to that side. After waiting in that blind spot for a few seconds to let the platform angle upwards, I'd shoot a portal at that platform, and use some portal flingy momentum stuff to get out of that room and into the GLaDOS fight. I only completed one full run on day 2 and got a 29-minute 11-second time, so not great, but I just needed to fine-tune my strategies a little bit more. I was using a lot of runs to Chambers 8 and Chambers 15 through 18. I pretty much just had to get good. The goal of day 3 was simple: grind out runs by getting more consistent with the strategies I learned on day 2. Day 3 was, in my opinion, the day my gameplay improved the most. I was able to finish runs with times of 26:13 and 25:38, but I forgot to record both of them.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I just PB'd by fucking 2 minutes. I got a 26:13, and I forgot to record. Having resisted the urge to unalive myself and or others, I once again set the goal to grind out runs for a solid, actually recorded run on day 4. By the end of the day, I was actually able to record a run with a 25-minute 39-second time. The run started out with a very clean Chamber 0 that resulted in a 206.9 for the first split. I didn't get the greatest cube bounce in Chamber 4, which wasted a little bit of time. But I did Chamber 5 very well, so I was still 5.7 seconds ahead out of that split. I did a great job getting the skip on Chamber 8 on my first try. I completed Chamber 10 with flying colors. Get it? Cause like the portals are colored and I was flying cause I flung myself with the portals. It's funny, you should laugh. Chamber 15 was one of several trouble spots in this run. I accidentally went into that gate that gets rid of your portals too early when trying to get the ball to activate that thing that lifts up the platform, so I actually lost some time here. I hope that sentence made sense. I don't know or care to know the names of like the particle gates or balls or whatever. I died once on this strategy in 18 where you take the cube and fall off the ledge before quickly holding backward to make it to the platform below, but I got it quickly on my second try. And I executed my new strategy for the beginning of Escape 2 pretty well. It should also be noted that instead of running the eye all the way to the button that activates the incinerator, I'm using portals now to make that process a lot quicker. And that's pretty much how I got the 2539. At this point I've had 3 or 4 runs that are in a similar time frame to this, so even though there's been flaws in all of them, if I really want to take my personal best down any further, I think I need to learn some new strategies. I've got to say, most of these new strategies weren't even very hard, they were just strategies I hadn't really seen before. So I gotta say shout out to Patrick for teaching me a few of these strategies in the heat of battle. I'll start with the ones that I actually did implement into most of my runs, and then I'll show the ones that I wasn't able to get later. We'll go in chamber order, so we'll start with Chamber 6. This one is super easy, you just have to shoot your portal on the far roof, walk into the portal on the ground from the far side, and crouch after you go in. It saves a few easy peasy seconds. For 16, although this isn't necessarily time saved, this is the most consistent way that I was able to deal with these 3 turrets in the room. Chamber 17 might have been the most inconsistent strategy, well, maybe second to Chamber 8, but also the largest potential time save in the run. Previously in Chamber 17, I placed a portal at the beginning and used that to activate all 3 platforms to jump across and finish the level. Doing shit as intended is stupid and slow though, let's get crazy. There is no longer a need to shoot a portal at the beginning now, so you can just run through those corridors with the cube. Once you make it into the open room, shoot one portal directly behind the camera and quick save. You need to catch the camera completely vertically, so quick saving is pretty crucial. Then shoot a portal at a wall you're standing next to and immediately press the grab key after shooting the portal. If you catch it completely vertically, I would recommend quick saving again, else you should quick load. Now run that camera over to where you would jump off the 3rd platform. You want to place it slightly away from the wall, hence why you see me bonk it and slowly back up a little bit. Then get the cube and carefully place it on top of the camera at the wall.
Firmly grasp it!
Because this camera is slightly off the wall, there's a small window in which you can jump off the camera and then jump and crouch to get on the cube. Then you can jump onto the final platform and crouch to grab the cube for the end of the level. Using quick save, it isn't a particularly risky strategy, but it definitely is a little bit difficult and can take several tries. There's nothing different about the start of Chamber 19, but when we get past the room with the fans in it, we can save a lot of time. By shooting a portal through the pipe at the top which doesn't have a hitbox, we can skip 2 rooms, saving at least 10 to 15 seconds. At the beginning of Escape 1, we can bonk into the far turret chamber, so we don't have to wait for all the chambers to open. Completely guessing, I would say this saves up to 20 seconds. Finally, on the GLaDOS fight, I learned a way to incinerate the first eyeball thingy a little bit faster. You can land on top of the room with the button, and place one portal where the eye drops, and the other directly above the incinerator. Then you can either do a little shimmy and land on the edge outside the platform, or if you miss, you should have just enough time to quickly run in the room and press the button.
5, 4, time out for a second.
Then, I tried some runs with my new strats. It was definitely a learning period, but I was able to get a huge improvement with a 24-minute and 13-second time in a run that had some flaws, but I got a green split on every single split in this run, so it was pretty good. Despite all the strategies I learned and the improvements I'd had in my gameplay, I could still not get this fling trick in Chamber 7. It annoyed me deeply because Patrick could get it fairly consistently, but I literally got it once in 30 minutes of practice. So I just bit the bullet and continued doing it normally, like a weeb. On day 6, I didn't actually play Portal at all. I got the booster shot for the virus, not gonna say the name of it. I had a headache all day, and the few hours I could stay awake, I just watched the Knicks, which gave me a bigger headache. Count us down, Daddy. I mean, Patrick.
3, 2, 1, go.
And so they commence their ferocious battle. At the end of the first split, Condor held a 3-second lead.
Okay, that is what it is.
With Palm Tree having a pretty subpar Chamber 4, and with Condor having a pretty good Chamber 5, Condor increased his lead to 7 seconds after the Chamber 5 split. However, Patrick's ability to do the fast Chamber 7 gave him the 1-second advantage going into Chamber 8.
First try, there we go.
Hazard
Ooh.
light.
We both got Chamber 8 first try, but with Patrick using a slightly faster method, he increased his lead to 3 seconds. With Patrick needing to quick load several times on Chamber 11, I was able to take a comfortable 15-second lead out of the re-split. .823, solid.
We're 36 seconds ahead of my PB still.
Although Patrick has some strategies he can pull out, I was able to keep growing my lead for now. I had a gold split Chamber 13 because of my quick movements, while Patrick got unlucky with the strategy he normally hits, almost causing him to die and causing him to be 23 seconds behind.
Oh, that was risky. That was risky. Okay.
I again had a great Chamber 15, not having any major screw-ups and splitting at 10 minutes and 28 seconds. For Patrick though, this is really when the run took a turn for the worst. Like really like a sharp turn directly off a Mountain View scenic highway type of turn.
I really messed up 15. I fucked up hard. I fucked up real hard. Yeah, that was the wrong way.
Going into one of the most important splits, Chamber 17, I was at 11 minutes and 44 seconds and Patrick was at 12 minutes 36 seconds. I was able to grab the camera vertically on my second try, as well as place the cube and jump up on my second try, so I didn't lose too much time. Although Patrick did most of Chamber 17 very cleanly, this random death on 17 hurt him a lot. Despite a death on Chamber 18, I was still able to hold a 1 minute 10-second lead out of Chamber 18. While I have a pretty clean 19 to get into Escape 0-0 at 17 minutes and 27 seconds, Patrick is, still trying. You got this, buddy, don't worry. Keep your head up. At this point, I knew it was my race to lose. Although I struggled a bit finding where to shoot here. Where's the hitbox? Hello? I was still out of Escape 0 ahead of my PB pace. With some average gameplay the rest of the way, I enter GLaDOS' chamber at about 21 minutes and 20 seconds. As Patrick doesn't enter till about 24 minutes, I know that I'm about to win. Luckily, I was able to execute the fast first eye strategy with the little shimmy to get on the button, and finish off GLaDOS to finish the run with a new personal best of 24 minutes and 6 seconds. While Patrick unfortunately finished with a time of 26 minutes and 35 seconds. Throughout the week, we played the game together many times and he often beat me. Although I had the better PB and won that race, Patrick definitely had a chance to win. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this series. If you have any game suggestions for us to randomly choose, let us know too. If you like this, like the video, and if you're cool, you should probably subscribe. Bye bye!
It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the